like to welcome you to my Second Life presentation of building a vocational school in the virtual world. Education is a process of change. It's systemic and it requires leadership and the courage to try to adapt to the change. Formal education in the United States began in the early colonial times, sometimes with a one-room schoolhouse. In this building, the teacher, who traveled from school to school, would teach the young, the middle, and the older kids together. The students would come and go based upon the needs of their family farms. Life came first, and then came school. Along the way, over the course of 100 years or so, change happened, and we found ourselves with a school system that includes modern schools, segmented learning, and full-time teachers. We found ourselves with vocational and technical schools for adults who wish to learn hands-on career skills because of job changes or life's displacements. We're living in a time of change. I can remember the days of going back to the video arcade to play the earliest versions of Pac-Man. Soon these video games became smaller, more compact, and handheld. We did not realize it at the time, but play became the inventor of our future. Based on this game technology morphed into other technology as well. For example, instead of getting on a plane and flying to a meeting, we use WebEx and GoToMeeting to save time and travel expense. Instead of the old traditional telephones most of us have, handheld computers as smartphones. I was talking with my brother-in-law yesterday, and he told me that my nephew was unhappy that his laptop wasn't working properly, as he is part of a gifted program where he does his high school work at home. Where's this all going next? Are we ready for the schools of the future being in the 3D virtual world? Is this heading towards great inventions, the likes of which we have never seen before? Or is this leading to the confusion and the abuse that we see in movies such as The Matrix? As I've expressed before, I have great concerns about the creating and having schools in the virtual world. I have concerns about access, I have concerns about cost, and I have concerns about who will come and participate. I've decided to meet these concerns head-on by building a vocational school in Second Life. But what really compromises school? Here's what it takes in virtual reality. In Second Life, you buy land in Lindens through auctions. Once you win the auction, the land bought was around $25. It took 3 auctions to actually win one. You're given empty land where you can start building. First we add the pad, the base of the building. Then we'll go ahead and start adding walls, floors, and ceilings. The shell of the building takes shape. Do at that point we have a school? No, it's just the building, just like Second Life is the platform we're using for education. Other platforms exist, such as Moodle, iTunes, University, Blackboard, and a lot of homegrown platforms. The platform just gives us the mean for course delivery. We continue to add parts to this platform to make it please to the eye and make it pleasing to the students, some of whom we hope will come and play. We add some walls. We add some stairs. And finally, as we look at this sample building, what we're missing is the content. It's up to us, as the instructors, to add the content. Then, we hope the students will come. Now, let's take a tour of what I've looked at and what my dream, if I were teaching it online in the 3D, would look at. We have the building we're standing in. Let's go back out to the front. We have a building where people can see and be interested in the contents. To the left of the building is small group areas, possibly for learning communities. To the right of the building internally is where we have equipment. As Illich said, there needs to be places where people can come and practice. You will notice there's no instructors currently in this building. Why is there a need to? No one can hurt anything or harm themselves with any of this equipment. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this is set up. First of all, we go upstairs, where I've designed an area for learning communities to possibly come with for an instructor-led course. I do not believe we'll ever get away from totally having some instructor-led instruction. We could have textbooks. We could have video screens. They're all available, perhaps such as the one you're looking at this on right now. We go back downstairs. As we go by, we'll notice that we're overlooking the shop area where there's tools of the trade for actual hands-on experience. That has to be the center of the vocational experience. We go downstairs. We have another area that's abutting the shop, no separation. Tables are designed to be worked on. Perhaps we have a PowerPoint that the students can actually go through up front. This is one that I actually use in my program. It's an introduction to basic electricity. As they view the PowerPoint, they could possibly come over here and work on a trainer simulation. Currently, this is just a picture, but it gives you the idea. They could actually see the wiring they're talking about. They could see the components, and as close as they could get to a hands-on, they can put their hands on it. Over here, we could perhaps have versions of other equipment out there. We have a refrigeration system here. We have oil burners. We have gas furnaces in the next aisle. All of this would be set up along with video screens so that if they touch something, they might be told what it is. And again, the school is what we put into it. It's what we design out of it. Welcome to my virtual reality.